my lovelies! I'm really excited about today's video. So it was my friend's birthday last week and she asked me if I would handle the desserts for her party. So I decided to do a mini dessert table, and one of the desserts that I made were these fancy dessert shooters. I absolutely love how they turned out and I hope you do too. Even though all of these look really decadent, they're actually very simple to make. So first we're going to start with our tiramisu dessert shooter. To my mixer, I'm going to add in my heavy cream and just beat it until it becomes whipped cream. Then I'm going to set it aside in a separate bowl and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it later. Then in my mixing bowl, I'm going to add in my sugar, mascarpone cheese, vanilla extract, and a little bit of cocoa powder. And I'm just going to mix all that together. Now I've taken my mixing bowl off the stand and I'm going to fold in half of my whipped cream. I'm saving the other half of my whipped cream for the raspberry cheesecake shooters. Then if you want, you can add a little bit of coffee for an extra bit of tiramisu flavor. I'm going to add my mixture to a piping bag and then it's ready to place into the glasses. Pipe the custard a third of the way up and then sprinkle it with a little bit of cocoa powder. I'm going to continue that 2 more times and then I'm going to finish it off with a chocolate covered coffee bean. Up next, I'm going to show you how to make my raspberry cheesecake shooter. And if you like what you've seen thus far, why don't you go ahead and click on that red subscribe button down below. So I'm going to turn my saucepan on medium heat and add my raspberries, sugar, and lemon juice to it. I'm just going to give that a mix and bring it up to a simmer. Once it comes to a simmer, I'm going to place it on my back burner, reduce the heat to low, and let it cook for about 15 minutes. This is how you can make any fruit jam. Now that it's cooked for 15 minutes, I'm going to place it in a bowl, cover it, and place it in the refrigerator until it's completely cold. In my mixer, I've mixed up my cream cheese just to break it up a bit. Then I'm going to add in my sour cream, sugar, and vanilla extract, and mix that together until everything is well combined. Next, I'm going to add in the other half of my whipped cream, and again I'm going to fold that into my cream cheese mixture. So now I've divided my cheesecake filling into 2 bowls. And to them I'm going to take some of my cold raspberry jam and add a tablespoon to one and 2 tablespoons to the other and give those a mix. I'm doing this to make 2 different colors of the cheesecake fillings to make an ombre effect when I later layer it in the glass. Then to make them even more ombre, I'm adding a few drops of red food coloring to one of my bowls and a single drop to the other bowl. Once those are mixed, I'm just going to add them to a piping bag and set them in the refrigerator until I'm ready to use them. Now I'm going to make a simple crust for our cheesecake. So in my mini food processor, I have some vanilla wafers. You can also use graham crackers. Then I'm going to add some brown sugar and butter and grind that up until it's the texture of sand. I'm going to take a spoonful of the crust and add it to the bottom of my glass. Next, I'm going to take the lighter of my 2 cheesecake fillings and fill that a half of the way full. Then I'm going to take the other pinker filling and add it almost to the top of the glass, leaving just a little room. Lastly, I'm going to take some of the raspberry jam I made and add a layer on top. Doesn't that look beautiful with the lighter to darker contrast? I just love how gorgeous that cheesecake shooter looks. You could even do it with blackberries if you wanted to do a purple ombre look, or really any fruit you prefer. Lastly, I'm going to show you how to do my banana cream pie shooter. So now I'm going to make my custard. In my saucepan, I'm going to add my sugar and egg yolks and give it a mix. Then I'm going to add my heavy cream and cornstarch and continue to mix. You're going to want to continually mix the entire time until the mixture thickens up to the texture of custard. Then I'm going to take it off the heat and run it through a sieve into a bowl. You want to do this to get out any lumps that could be in your custard, so that way it's silky smooth. Then I'm going to add in my butter a few cubes at a time, mixing it into the custard. Next, I'm adding in the vanilla extract and mixing that in as well. Once all the butter is melted into the custard, I'm going to cover it with saran wrap and place it in my refrigerator to completely cool. Once it's cooled, I'm going to add it to a piping bag. To assemble the banana cream pie shooter, add some of the crust that was previously made to the bottom of the glass. Then add a layer of custard halfway up the glass. Next, add a banana slice. Then repeat the same steps, adding the crust, custard, and then banana, and finishing it off with some fresh whipped cream. And there we have it! I really hope you enjoyed this video, and leave me a comment down below if you give this recipe a try. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, so that way I can continue to post recipes every Sunday. All right, thank you. Bye, my lovelies.